And
Yeah, that this is fake. This is gonna. This I'm very confident in my allegation that this is fake.
Because of them.
Mail. That's another reference to me. They're always tampering with my mail.
Elizabeth, do we have some place we can send Miss Murphy an order?
Maybe. If she got her hearing notice, we've got that address on file.
Okay.
I don't have that. I don't have the address. The address that I gave you when I moved out there, you never sent me any kind of notice of anything to, is no longer. I have another address I'm receiving mail at. Because I never received a notice from you, as you claimed that you gave me notice, you did not.
Okay, what address can we send you an order to?
To 13916 Maricela Lane, Pflugerville, Texas, 78660. And I'm not asking for much of this, simply by at least my deposit back. I like 3/7 my deposit.
See, I don't believe. I don't find any of this to be credible.
If I had an attorney, I could get more than that. I want my record cleaned up so I can get the hell out of these woods.
If possible, it would be best if she emailed the address to the court so we have it on file.
Email the
Champion. It said Champion. That's a reference between Cramer and me. I posted on Facebook. You are a champ.
I can
This is.
get the email
I'm
address.
extremely confident that this is staged and fraud.
Thank you, Judge.
Hang on, my computer just timed out. I gotta reboot something.
Timed out. That's another reference. That's another muscle. You're gonna do time and you're gonna be out there. That's a threat. This is gonna be a dirty judge who is muscling and threatening me, and I'm completely confident that these so-called cases are fabricated. Ash, the name Ash. This is all corruption. This is all fraud. This is all going to be fraud. That is my contention.
All right, that's going to bring us back up to
Back as in we've got your back.
Amy Lagrone versus True Light Outreach. Somebody here from True Light Outreach?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Who am I speaking with?
Janet Blake.
Okay.
I'm the director of True Light Outreach Ministry.
Okay, and I see Miss Lagrone, Mr. Lagrone, and I see two other people. I see a Caitlin McGregor and a somebody on the phone. Y'all tell me who you are?
I'm from the last case, Your Honor. I just hadn't left the Zoom. I was about to.
Okay. I see Caitlin McGregor. Can you unmute yourself? All right. We're gonna. This is Amy Lagrone versus True Light Outreach Ministries, 1699. Anybody's gonna testify. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
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 All right. I want to hear from Ms. Lagrone first, and then I'll hear from True Light. Ms. Lagrone, go ahead.
Nothing Travis County does surprises me at all. It's my first immediate response to this court, the allegation that the cases before it today are fabricated and fraudulent sum total, scripted, worked out in conjunction with NBC. Janet Blake is accused of coordinating with Travis County and NBC to populate a shell transitional housing unit populated with fake marginalized individuals, facilitating all kinds of fraud at all kinds of levels, false arrest records, false 911 calls, emergency calls, false Social Security benefits, food stamps, working in conjunction with NBC to put me in an environment where I would be controlled, muscled, in case I pursued my criminal complaints against NBC leadership, or if I started to work again. I have a matter before the intelligence community against NBC leadership, and this is their method to prevent me from pursuing that matter. And Janet Blake is accused of participating in that and committing all kinds of criminal acts in the process of fortifying NBC's position against me, as is Travis County.
What does NBC stand for?
You know exactly who NBC is. It's National Broadcast Company, NBC Universal. It's a $20 billion a year in annual assets Fortune 500 company that is well positioned and well connected. And they're more than happy to thrust me into homelessness, to falsely arrest me, to falsely institutionalize me. Indeed, I have been falsely institutionalized at Austin State Hospital, also known as ASH. And your first plaintiff's name was Ash. Now, that is a reference to Austin State Hospital. This court is muscling me right in my face as I come in good faith before it to have laws enforced equally. So already the credibility of this court is impeached, and this is nothing new to me at all within the Travis County arena, and also within law enforcement and government entities in a hierarchical and stratified manner.
What would True Life Outreach like to tell me?
Ms. McGraw came to me from criminal justice, and I provide housing. I'm a non-profit organization that provides homeless people that's been incarcerated and people that are homeless. We provide housing for them, and we contract with Travis County. And Ms. LaGrone came to us from Travis County from ASH or either from jail. She was placed there, and she lived there with us about 2 years. Travis County paid for her. When she started receiving her Social Security, Travis County discontinued her, and she knew that. And when they would stop the funding, she would pay. She had a choice to go anywhere she wanted to go, but she decided to stay there, and she paid me the rent, and she paid me the deposit. It's a non-refundable deposit, and it's based on the application. So she knew that. So she stayed like 2 or 3 years after. When she first came, she was very quiet, didn't bother anybody, didn't do anything. And then suddenly she started to change, where she was tearing up people's clothes, messing with people's medicine, and then the clients that was there became afraid of her, and she became aggressive. She started working. She started working outside of the house. She started driving. She started doing all kinds of things. No one stopped her from doing any of that because that was a good thing for her to work and start out her life all over again. But then she became aggressive. Then when election time came, she was voting for Bernie Sanders. And anybody that was against him, she would just all out, just have fits on them and cuss them out and do things. So with her, I have done everything that I can to please her at that time. So she called the open records requesting my records. She calls on the phone and cusses me out, call me fat ass bitches, call me all kind of bad names, and then she hangs up. She continues to do this over and over again. So she has a vendetta against me. So with that, it needs to stop because in the meantime, she's ruining my reputation by her calling and asking people saying and accusing me of doing different things. I'm not doing anything but running the business, trying to help those who need help. When she first came, she didn't have any clothes. She didn't have anything. And I went out and bought that for her. Then when she started getting money, she started destroying other people's things. And that wasn't right. And I told her that she would have to leave. I told her she didn't leave, then I filed eviction against her. She said, well, I like it here, and I'm not going to leave. And I gave her the 3-day notice. And I gave her the 3-day notice. Then she got a trailer, a U-Haul, came and took her stuff out, took the bedding on the bed, and anything else that she could take when she left. So with all of that, I don't know what else that I can say. And criminal justice gave me a letter stating that she knew when she moved into the house, she would be responsible for her own rent when her Social Security started. And that's what her caseworker did. They started her services so she would have money to be able to go wherever she wanted to go. So we were so bad. Why did you remain there for 3 years until your life changed and then you turned against us? So the same people, that helped her, she was turned against everybody. Her own family told us to be careful because she was very vindictive. So that's all I have to say.
Okay. Ms. McGraw, anything you would like to add?
Yes, the contract, I've submitted the contract to the professional services agreement It does not stipulate that she is allowed to do that. That is something that she does of her own accord. Now, I submitted an amended petition asking for considerably more monies. That is because recently, Capital Metro, they're a big perpetuator of NBC's rabid bent on retaliation to me. They stole my purse, fraudulent debit card abuse on 2 separate cards. They attempted to open a fraudulent credit card account with Discover. Janet Blake required a deposit of her own volition. These are people that are economically marginalized. I'm the only one there, I'm sure, that is valid. I never was threatening or anything. That's all malicious lying, slander, and defamation on the part of Janet. This is all complete and total fraud on the part of Travis County. I have tried to acquire the arrest records of 2 individuals there named Tracy Bell and Erica. They put Tracy there because of my sister. Her name is Tracy. There was a Cece there for Cece Cramer. They will not, Delia will not release the arrest records to me. And the reason they won't give it to me is because those records are fraudulent. I submitted, this is a pattern in my housing. Travis County provided me a spreadsheet of affordable housing units. Those are my allegation, my very confident assertion is these are sum total all fraudulent shell housing that they're all fake. There's issues in I was falsely arrested at one for assault. I didn't assault anyone. The physical evidence supported me. They arrested me anyway. Hannah's Place is another one that was populated with so-called mental health people. The strong assertion is those are actors. They told me I couldn't stay there because I work. It was so badly infested with bed bugs I couldn't sleep. I had to leave. They do the same thing to me when I stay at weekly hotels. They go in and they tamper with the AC. That's something that Janet Blake did. There was no heat. There was no heat during the winter for approximately three weeks. The allegation is she had the air conditioner adjusted up so everyone would be hot. It was upward of 80 degrees in the house. She had the washing machine broken, disabled, so I wasn't able to wash my clothes while I had to work and had a uniform. She did, facilitated all kinds of massive fraud, including purposely infesting beds with bed bugs, claiming she has asthma and couldn't properly treat the beds, demanding that I reimburse her $50 for new bedding and linens. And she is a complete and total incorrigible. And indeed, I reiterate, I have extreme difficulties with Capital Metro. They hurl racial epithets at me. You can look at my YouTube page. It's all posted there. They hurl racial epithets, falsely call 911 on me. They physically block me from getting on the bus. They drive by and won't let me on the bus. This is all documented on video. They aren't allowed to do any of those things. I called Ann Kitchen. I called 3 people, Ann Kitchen, Leslie Poole, and Jeff, the 3 top board of directors for Capital Metro. Ann Kitchen called me back and her staff hung up on me. The other 2 didn't respond. The reason I'm saying this is because supposedly Janet Blake lived in a house on Northeast Drive for upward of 20 years and either was married to or cohabitated with a man supposedly named Larry who worked for Capital Metro. Now, my very strong assertion is that's fraud on the part of Capital Metro working with Janet Blake, Travis County, and NBC Universal from the very incipient stages. This has been going on for a very long time. My frame of mind was, sometimes bad things happen. Life goes on. I just want to be left alone so I can live my life. NBC will not leave me alone. They're operating in a gray area. They are spying, wiretapping, eavesdropping, and outside of my digital devices. So there's forensic evidence to support what I'm saying. It is because of hierarchical and stratified corruption that my complaints do not move forward. NBC networks around, they torpedo my complaints, and they go to extensive great lengths to retaliate against me. And Travis County is their very, very good friend, and Janet Blake is part of that.
Okay, what I'm going to do is look at all the evidence very carefully. I will review everything get an order out based on the facts and the law of the case. That order will go out today or tomorrow. Thank you both.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.